Welcome back to the Dark Knight's Tales podcast, a podcast dedicated to horror fans around the world. I'm your host, Tanis Clark, and I'm now glad to present Haunted Airport, written by Jaydeep Shah and performed by Tanis Clark and Sean Anthony. In Mexico, around 1979, there was an airport called Matias Airport, which was closed by the government in 1999 because of its owner's death. Year 2000. Richard was traveling to Mexico with his sister and some friends by his private plane. He was about to navigate the plane, descend, and prepare to land, yet he did not have enough diesel in the plane to reach the destination runway. Suddenly, he saw the desolate Matias Airport. Richard landed his plane in the airport, and he exited the airport with his sister and friends. Richard stopped his sister, Sophia, as she proceeded back to the plane to get her makeup kit. However, she insisted that he get the makeup kit, so Richard walked alone to the airplane. Something like an animal was watching him from on top of the airport. Sophia's dog started barking after looking at the creature on top of the airport. When Sophia and her friends glanced again towards the top of the airport, they didn't see anything. 1 hour passed. Still, Richard didn't return from the plane. As soon as Sophia and her friends entered the airport again to find Richard, everyone saw something like an animal on the second floor of the airport. Everyone held each other's hands tightly and walked toward the plane. When they reached the plane, they saw Richard's dead body under the plane. Sophia felt dizziness because of her brother's death and fell on the ground. Something like an animal was actually a phantom of a man with long hair, red eyes, and long and sharp teeth, who was following Sophia and her friends to kill them. The ghost of a man also had fur on his body, and his name was Devil. When Sophia and her friends were coming out of the airport with Richard's dead body, Devil stopped them by throwing a garbage can in their path to exit the airport. Devil jumped ahead of them from the second floor. Sophia's friend Mike shot Devil with his handgun. The bullet went into Devil's head but couldn't kill him. Mike told Sophia to leave the airport and sprinted toward the airplane. Before Mike could reach the plane, Devil threw him far from the airplane. But Mike did not accept his defeat. He fought with Devil, reached the plane, and filled up the diesel tank. Mike accelerated the plane and prepared to take off. Devil jumped and caught the plane with his tongue. Mike tried desperately to control the plane, but he couldn't. Devil produced fire from his eyes and wrecked the plane, burning in fire, and Mike died as the plane exploded. While Devil was killing Mike, Sophia exited the airport. Devil screamed in the airport because he wanted to take revenge on his stepsister Sophia. Yes, Sophia was Devil's stepsister. Devil searched everywhere in the airport, but he didn't find Sophia. On the other side, Sophia wanted to kill Devil even though he was more powerful than her. Nonetheless, she believed in herself and walked toward the airport. Yet, an old blind man who was walking using a wooden cane blocked Sophia's way. When Sophia told the man about the horrific incident that had occurred a few minutes ago, the man recognized her and understood why Devil was trying to kill her. The old guy told her to destroy the airport to end Devil's terror. Sophia was entering back in the airport, but she suddenly stopped when she realized that the man recognized her, even though she had not said anything to him about herself. "How do you know me? Do you know anything about Devil or our past?" asked Sophia.
There's a bungalow behind this airport where you were living happily with your parents and a brother when you were a kid. One day your mother and brother died in a car accident. After that, your father was living in deep sorrow. Your father's secretary loved your father from the beginning. After your mother and brother died, your father also fell in love with her. After a few weeks, they got married. Your stepmother robbed your father and escaped with someone else with her son, Devil, and you. Your father died because of not having anything with him, not even you. A few weeks after your father's death, I heard she was living in Paris with her second husband. After that, one day I heard that her second husband killed her and married another girl. Then, when they started bothering you ran away from there, but your stepbrother, Devil, left there alone. Your stepmother and stepfather's children started bullying Devil. After 2 years, when Devil couldn't tolerate anyone, he tried to kill him, but he failed, and they continued mistreating him. Devil ran from there and reached this airport to hide. One of the friends of Devil's second father, who was working in this airport, called him to inform him about Devil. In the night, they brought Devil on top of the airport and pushed him. Devil fell on the ground and died.
Sophia walked toward the airport to end Devil's terror. While finding something to destroy the airport, Sophia went to one of the rooms on the second floor, where Devil appeared in front of her. Devil pushed her, and Sophia fell outside the room onto the ground. Since she was injured now, as her knees savagely bumped to the ground, she could barely run away from there. However, she managed to hide in the restroom where she found some bombs. Sophia tried to exit the airport, but Devil blocked her way again and punched her in the face. Sophia threw some rocks at Devil and ran with renewed strength toward the exit of the airport. Sophia's friend, Callie, who had been hiding in a car outside of the airport, got out of the car and stood at the airport's exit. As soon as Sophia reached the exit, Callie pulled Sophia toward her. They went a short distance away from the airport and threw bombs inside the airport. In just a few minutes, Matthias Airport turned into ruins and Devil died.
Thank you for listening to this episode. This story was originally published in The Revenge, Book 1 of Horror Story series. If you enjoyed listening to this story, consider buying The Revenge. We will be back next week with one more scary tale. In the meantime, listen to our previous episodes of Dark Knight's Tales podcast and check out the author's website, www.jaydeepshah.com.